James has really been working hard at this church that he is writing to, helping them to see what counterfeit faith looks like and what genuine faith looks like. And part of genuine faith we saw yesterday in chapter 4 is having a humble position before God, recognizing the authority and the sovereignty of God, and seeing our position as mere creatures created by a holy God, and approaching him in that way, submitting to him as the authority in our lives. This is clearly an issue for the church that he's writing to, as we see in this morning's passage. At the end of chapter 4, he says this: "Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. You do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin." James is saying, you know what you should do. You know that God is holy and powerful and sovereign. He is our ultimate authority, yet you live as if he isn't. And what he explains there, the example he gives, might seem quite innocuous. These people making plans to go and do something tomorrow. And he's not saying that making plans are bad. What he is saying is making plans whilst ignoring the sovereignty of God is bad. In fact, he goes as far to say that that is evil. It is sin. It is walking out of step of how God has commanded us to follow him. It's not wrong to make plans, but we make those plans in the will of God. There he says, you say it like this: if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. We need to recognize our position before God. God is a holy God. He has and holds all authority in this universe. He is a sovereign God who ordains what and what we will not do as his children. And we need to see that and submit to that. And see that actually, ultimately, we are just like a vapor in the air. We come and we go. And yet God in his mercy and his love sees that vapor, cares for that vapor, and has sovereignly ordained how he will use us, though we are just here for a moment and gone the next, how he will use us for his glory. We need to walk in the will of God and put down our arrogance to think that we know better than he does. And James tells us how. We live as the Lord wills. That is a really helpful thing just to do when we're making plans, to say that. If the Lord wills, if God wills, we will do this. God willing, we will do this tomorrow. God willing, we will do this next year. And in doing that, we take a right position before God. We recognize his sovereign authority. And again, we show that we are walking in a genuine faith, with a genuine love for our God, who has seen us, though we are nothing really, has seen us, cares for us, and has given us a sovereign plan for our life to give him glory as we walk in his way.